Hello students, Namaste. Now we are going to discuss the detailed solution of physics part Neet 2020, paper code C5. Question number 136. A series LCR circuit is connected to an AC voltage source. When L is removed from the circuit, the phase difference between current and voltage is pi by T. If instead C is removed from the circuit, the phase difference is again pi by T between current and voltage. The power factor of the circuit is, what is the formula for power factor? Power factor is equal to cos of phi. Sorry, here cos of phi. So it is a LCR circuit. LCR, right? LCR. L is removed and C also removed. Then it is only pure resistive circuit. Then the phase difference will be 0. For pure resistive circuit, phase difference will be 0. So power factor equal to cos 0, right? So it will be 1. Option 2 is correct. Okay. Next question. A wire of length L, area of cross section A, is hanging from a fixed support. The length of the wire changes to L1 when mass M is suspended from its free end. The expression for Young's modulus is. What is the expression for Young's modulus? What is the expression for Young's modulus? Y equal to FL delta L. Okay. Here F equal to mass into acceleration due to gravity, right? And del L will be L1 minus L. So therefore Young's modulus Y equal to mgl L1 minus L into L. So option 3 is correct. Okay. Next question number 138. A long solenoid of 50 cm length having 100 turns carries a current of 2.5 ampere. The magnetic field at the center of the solenoid is. So what is the expression for? What is the expression for magnetic field inside the solenoid? We have V is equal to mu naught n. Here mu naught 4 into 10 to the power minus 7. N into commas 50 length of the solenoid is 50 centimeter and 100 meter turns. So it will be 100 divided by 50. So how much the current? 2.5 here. So it will be 6.28 into 10 to the power minus 6. After calculation, you get 6.28 into 10 to the power minus 6. Okay. Next question 139. A ray is incident at an angle of incidence I on one surface for a small angle prism with angle of prism A and emerges normally from the opposite surface. If the refractive index of the material of the prism is mu, then the angle of incidence is nearly equal to. So in this case, the prism is like that. This is prism. Prism angle is A. Area of light incident at an angle I and emerge normally. Okay. Then emerge angle 0. And in this case, so here you can write mu is equal to sin I by sin. For in that condition, you can write sin I by sin A. So hence, sin I will be mu into sin of A. Right? For small angle, is there a small angle? For small angle, sin theta approximately theta. So therefore, I equal to mu A. So option 2 is correct. Okay. So next question 140. In a certain region of space with volume 0.2 meter cube. The electric potential is found to be 5 volt throughout. The magnitude of electric field in this region is, so it is a equipotential surface. So equipotential area. So here we have to E is equal to minus dV by dx. In this condition, the potential is the same, equipotential. Then the differential potential between 2 points will be 0. Hence, E will be 0. So option 4 is correct. Next question, 141. For which one of the following Bohr model is not valid? Number option 1, singly ionized helium atom, deuterium atom, singly ionized neutron atom, singly ionized neon atom and hydrogen atom. So it is not valid for option C, singly ionized neon atom. Okay. Next question number 142. Light with an average flux of 20 Weber per centimeter square falls on a non-reflecting surface at normal incidence having surface area 20 centimeter square. The energy received by the surface during time span of 1 minute is. So we have intensity. Intensity will be I will be energy by area into time. Here intensity means average flux. Okay. So energy will be how much? F into time. Here to area will be here 20. Time will be how much? 1 minute means 60 seconds. T equal to 1 minute equal to 60 seconds. So we put 60 and intensity will be how much? 20. So it will be how much? It will be 2400. It will be 2.24 into 10 to the power 3 joule. 24 into 10 to the power 3 joule. Option 2 is correct. Okay. Question number 143. An electron is accelerated from rest through a potential difference of d volt. If the diffusive wavelength of the electron is 1.2 to 7 into 10 to the minus 2 nanometer, the potential difference is, so what is the equation? So lambda equal to 1.2 to 7 divided by b. We get root v means our potential difference. So therefore root v equal to 1.2 to 7 by lambda. So then it will be 1.2 to 7. Here lambda will be 1.2 to 7 into 10 to the power minus 2. So it will be 10 to the power 2. So therefore it will be 10 to the power 2 square will be 10 to the power 4. Right? So option, which option is correct? Option 3 is correct. Okay. Next question, very interesting question. 144. A body weighs 72 Newton on the surface of the earth. What is the gravitational force on it at a height equal to the half of the radius of the earth? So how it will be found? So here we have to F equal to mg, right? F equal to mg. So here F equal to 72 Newton and equal to m. We take acceleration due to gravity 10. So it will be m will be 7.2 by 10. It will be 7.2 yes. Okay. So again gh acceleration due to gravity at a height h will be gh will be g naught by 1 plus h by r whole square. We have this formula, right? So then putting the value gh will be g naught divided by 1 plus, so ih means 1, r by 2 half by r whole square. So it will be g naught by 1 plus r whole thing square. So it will be g naught 3 by 2 whole square. Okay, it will be 4 by 9. 4 by 9 into G0. 4 by 9 into G0. So it will be equal to 4.44 meter per second. Right? Therefore, force, how much? Therefore, force at height is mgh. It will be m will be how much? 7.2 into 4.44 will be 31.96. Ultimately 32 Newton. Okay? So option, which option is correct? 1. 32 Newton. Okay. So next question. Which of the following graph represents the variation of resistivity with temperature T for copper? So we have this formula. Okay. It will be like that. The graph is like that. Suppose this is density and this is temperature. Like that. Variation. Option 2 is correct. Okay. Next question. Light of frequency 1.5 times the threshold frequency is incident on the photosensitive materials. What will be the photoelectric current if the frequency is half and intensity is double? So we know that the photoelectric current does not depend on the intensity. It is depends on the frequency. So the frequency becomes less than the threshold frequency. Then so the photoelectric current will be 0. Okay, option 3 is correct. Next, a 40 microfarad capacitor is connected to a 200 volt 50 Hz AC supply. The RMS value of the current in the circuit is nearly. So first of all, find out X means capacitive reactance. So 1 by 2 is by F into C. So it will be how much? 1 by 2 into 1.4 into F frequency 50 Hz capacitance. How much? Capacitance. Okay, 40 microfarad, 40 into 10 to the power minus 6. Okay. After that, find out IRMS. So IRMS, it will be how much? VRMS by XC, right? V by so it will be VRMS into divided by 1 by 2 F 2 by FC. Okay, so it will be VRMS into 2 by FC. How much? VRMS is here. How much? 204. 200 into 2 into 3.14 into 50 into 40 into 10 to the minus 6. So it will be how much? It will be equal to 2.5 ampere. Okay, after calculation you get the result 2.5 ampere. Okay. So next question number 148. Assume that light of wavelength 600 nanometer is coming from a star. The limit of resolution of telescope whose objective has a diameter of 2 meters is. So okay, resolution of telescope how much? Resolution of telescope how much? Theta is equal to 1.22 lambda by d. Here, so 1.22 wavelength is 600 nanometer. 600 into 10 to the minus 9. Diameter will be 2 meters. So it will be 3.66 into 10 to the power minus 7 Option 4 is correct. Option 4 is correct. Next question. 149. A ball is thrown vertically downward with a velocity of 20 meters per second from the top of a tower. It hits the ground after some time with a velocity of 8 meters per second. The height of the tower is, so height of the tower is very simple. So we have the v square equal to q square plus y3. Sorry, here it is vertically downward, so it is minus y3. So hence y3 will be v square minus q square. Right? Okay. So the how much initial velocity, final velocity 8 and initial velocity 20. Right? So it will be h equal to 80 square minus 20 square divided by 2 into 10, easy means 10. 6400 400. Okay, 2 into 10, it will be 1000 divided by 20. 20, it will be 300 meter. Answer 3 is correct. 300 meter. Okay. Next question. A cylinder contains hydrogen gas at pressure of 249 kilopascal and temperature 27 degrees centigrade. Its density is. Now you will find we have PV is equal to nRT. Okay. So N means what? Number of molecules. So it will be mass per molecular weight into RT. Okay. So this implies PM is equal to mass per volume RT. Mass per volume is density RT PM. So density will be PM by RT. Pressure is how much? Pressure is 249 kilopascal and over 3. M is molecular mass. It will be 2 gram into 10 to the power minus 3. Molecular mass of hydrogen 2 gram. So it will be 2 into 10 to the minus 3 kg. And R is here given 8.3 and temperature is 27 degrees centigrade. So it converted into Kelvin scale. So it will be 300 Kelvin. So it will be equal to 0.2 kg per meter. Option 1 is correct. Okay. So next question, 151. When a uranium isotope U92-235 is bombarded with a neutron, it generates chromium 3689 3 newtons and barium. Option 4. Barium 56 140. Next question, 152. The increase in the weight of the depletion region in PN junction layer is due to, it is obviously reverse bias only. Option 1 is correct. 153. Question number 153. The phase difference between displacement and acceleration of a particle in simple harmonic motion is. It's very simple. Okay. What's the question? Phase difference between displacement. Displacement y is equal to a sin omega and acceleration will be minus omega square into y. So it will be the what is the phase difference? Phase difference will be 1 eV. It will be 5 eV. It will be 5 eV. Okay. Option 4 is correct. An iron rod is susceptibility 599 is subjected to a magnetizing field of 1200 ampere per meter. The permeability of the material of the rod is. what is the formula? Permittivity of medium, the free space, is equal to 1 plus I10. So permittivity of medium will be mu naught into 1 plus susceptibility. It will be 4 pi into 10 to the minus 7. Okay, 1 plus 599. So it will be equal to 2.45 into 10 to the minus 4 Tesla meter ampere inverse. Okay, option 4 is correct. So next question, 155. The quantity of heat required to raise the temperature of two solid copper spheres of radii R1 and R2. R1 is equal to 1.5 R2 through 1 Kelvin, R in the ratio. So on this one we have Q is equal to ms delta T. So again density will be how much? Mass per volume. So mass will be density to volume. So volume will be how much? It is a sphere 4 by 3 pi r2. So here, therefore, Q1 will do 4 pi rho R12 divided by 3 ms delta T, and Q2 will be 4 pi rho R2 cube divided by 3 s delta T. So therefore, Q1 by Q2 it will be equal to R1 cube divided by R2 cube. So it will be here given 155. It is here given R1 equal to 1.5 R2 whole cube divided by R2 cube. So it will be 1.5 cube. It will be equal to 3.375. Right? And here option is here 9 by 4, 3 by 2, 5 by 3, and 27 by 8. 27 by 8, it is also equal to 3.375. Hence, the option 4 is correct. Hence, option 4 is correct. Okay. So next question 156. Bodies of mass 4 kg and 6 kg are tied to the ends of the massless string. The string passes over the pulley, which is frictionless. The acceleration of the system in terms of acceleration due to gravity is. So here F net force will be M2c minus M1c. Mass of this one 6g and 4 kg and 6 kg. So it will be how much? 2c. Again, F net it will be mass into acceleration of the system. So mass will be how much? The mass of the system will be 6 plus 4, it will be 10, and acceleration system this one. So F net will get 2c. So it will be acceleration of the system will be 2c by 5. Option 2 is correct. Option 2 is correct. Okay. Next question, 157. The mean free path for a gas with molecular diameter d and number density n can be expressed as. So it will be mean free path lambda will be 1 by rho per 2 n by d square. Option 1 is correct. Next, 150. A short electric dipole has a dipole moment of 16 × 10⁹ km. The electric potential due to the dipole at a point at a distance of 6 meters from the center of the dipole situated on line making an angle of 60 degree with dipole axis is. Dipole axis is how much? So we have potential between dipole. What is the expression? Potential between dipole equal to P cos theta by 4 pi epsilon naught r. Here the P is given how much? 16 into 10 to the power minus 9 cos 60 and 4 pi epsilon naught r square is given 0.6. It will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught will be 9 into 10 to the power 9 into 16 into 10 to the power minus 9 into cos 60 means 0.5 divided by 0.66. Okay. So it will be 200 volt. It will be 200 volt. Option 1 is correct. Next, question number 159. Dimension of stress R. The stress is equal to force square area. Dimension of force ML to the power minus 2, area L square. So it will be ML inverse to the power minus 2. Option 3 is correct. The energy required to break one bond in DNA is 10 to the power minus 20 joule. This value in electron volt is nearly. So we have one electron volt to be 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 20 joule. Right? So 1 joule equal to 1 by 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 electron volt. Oh, sorry. The below electron volt is nearly equal. Yes. Oh, yes. Good. So therefore, 10 to the power minus 20 joule, it will be how much? 10 to the power minus 20 divided by 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 electron volt. It will be 0.062 electron volt. Option 2 is correct. 0.06 electron volt. Option 2 is correct. Okay. Next question. Negator to string A and B made of same materials and slightly out of tune and produce beats of frequency 6 Hz. When tension is in B is slightly increased, the beat frequency increased to 7 Hz. If the frequency of A is 530 Hz, the original frequency of B will be. So what is the expression for beats frequency? Beats frequency and equal to plus of F1 minus F2. Right? So F2 will be F1 minus N. F1 means 530 minus 6 with 524 Hz. Option 1 is correct. Okay? Next, the color code of the resistance is given below. Yellow, violet, brown, gold. The values of resistance and tolerance respectively are the yellow, violet, brown, gold. So yellow, then this numerical value 4. Violet numerical value 7. Brown, the power of 10 to the power 1, and the tolerance will be plus 25%. So it will be 470 plus minus 5%. 4. So option C is correct. 470 or 5%. The Brewster's angle IV for an interface should be in between 45 degree and 90 degree. So option 2 is correct. Next, the capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor with air as medium is 6 microfarad. With the introduction of a dielectric medium, the capacitance becomes 30 microfarad. The permittivity of the medium is. So what is the expression for capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor? C will be how much? Epsilon naught K by B. And if dielectric medium is here, then it will be epsilon naught K by B. Therefore, it is by C. It will be how much? Right. So here it will be how much? It will be 30 divided by 6. Okay. So it will be 5. K equal to 5. So option 3 is carried. 5 coulomb square Newton inverse meter. Meter over minus. Option 3. So next question, 165. Find a torque about an origin when a force of 3 J Newton acts on a particle whose position vector is 2k meter. So what is the expression for torque? Tau is equal to R plus M. Here R is how much? 2k. Because 3 so K across Z will be minus 6 I cap Newton meter. Option E is correct. Next question, 166. A resistance wire connected the left gap of a meter is balanced a 10 ohm resistance in the right gap at a point which divides the bridge wire in the ratio of 3.3:2. If the length of the resistance wire is 1.5 meter, then the length of one of the resistance wire is how much? So meter is here like that. This is left gap and right gap. Here R2 equal to how much? 10. So R1 by R2, what is the ratio? 3 by 2. So R2 already given. So R1 will be 3 by 2 into R2. R2 is given 3 by 2 into 10. It will be 15 ohm. Okay, it will be 15 ohm. Therefore, the length of one resistance is equal to what's the length? 1.5. Where is the length is 1.5. So therefore 1.5 divided by 1.1 to 10 or minus 1. Okay. So option 1 is correct. Okay. Next question, 167. The transistor action, which of the following statement is correct? Base emitter and collector region should have changes false. Both the emitter junction as well as the collector junction are forward bias. This also false. The base region must be heavy, so very thin and lightly drawn. This is correct option. Option 3 is correct. The ratio of the contribution made by the electric field and the magnetic field components to the intensity of an electromagnetic wave is always 1:1. Okay? Option 1 is correct. A charged particle having drift velocity of 7.5 into 10 to the minus 4 meter per second in the electric field of 3 into 10 to the minus 10 volt meter inverse has a mobility in meter square volume in volt inverse and second inverse of. So what is the expression for mobility? Mobility equal to dV by. So here given the mobility is impulse is given 7.5 in 10 to the minus 4. Electric field intensity 3 into 10 to the minus 10. Right? So it will be how much? 2.5 into 10 to the 6. Okay? So option 1 1 is correct. Next question 170. A spherical conductor of radius 10 cm has a charge of 3.2 10⁻⁻⁷ coulomb distributed uniformly. What is the magnitude of electric field at a point 15 cm from the center of the sphere? So we have electric field equal to 1/2 pi epsilon naught Q by R. Here, so 9 into 10 to the power 9, Q is given 3.2 into 10 to the power -7, R is given 15 cm. So here it will be 1.5. So after calculation, you get 1.28 into 10 to the power 5 Newton per coulomb. Okay, 1.28 into 10 to the power 5 Newton per coulomb. Okay. So next question, taking into account question number 171, taking into account of a significant figure, what is the value of 9.99 meter minus 0.0099 meter? So, see, 9.99 minus 0.0099. The significant figure will be 9.99 minus 0.01. So it will be 9.98 meter. The significant number will be 3. So you have 0.01. Then answer is 9.98 meter. Next, 172. In Young's double slit experiment, if the separation between coherent source is half and the distance of the skin from the coherent source is double, then the Finn's width becomes. So what is the expression for Finn's width? Beta equal to how much? Beta equal to lambda capital by. Here ds equal to distance half and skin distance double, twice. So therefore ds will be lambda ds by ds. What ds? So it will be equal to lambda twice d, and it will be d by 2. It will be 4 lambda d by small d. It will be 4 beta. So how much time? It will be 4 times. Option 2 is correct. 173. Two cylinders A and B of equal capacity are connected to each other via a stop clock. It contains an ideal gas at standard temperature and pressure. B is completely evacuated. The entire system is thermally insulated. The stop clock is suddenly opened. Stop cock is suddenly opened. The process is adiabatic process. Option 1 is correct. The energy equivalent of 0.5 gram of a substance is. So Einstein equation is equal to mc squared. Is equal to mc squared. Mass is 0.5 gram. So it will be 0.5 into 10 to the power -3. C is 3 into 10 to the power 8 whole thing squared. So it will be equal to 4.5 into 10 to the power 13. Option 1 is correct. Next, 175. A capillary tube of radius r is immersed in water and water raised in it to a height h. The mass of the water in the capillary is 5 g. Another capillary tube of radius 2r is immersed in water. The mass of water that will raise in this tube is. So, what is the mass? Expression of mass. Mass of water in capillary is. Mass of water in capillary is. It will be equal to a rho h. Area, the density, the height. So it will be pi r square rho into h. Okay, what is the expression for h? Pi r square rho. What's the expression? 2 sigma cos theta by r rho. So ultimately it will cancel out twice pi r sigma cos theta by z. So therefore n is directly proportional to r. Right? N is directly proportional to this constant, it is also constant, it is also constant, g also constant. So mass is directly proportional to radius. Hence here r is 2r. Therefore m dash will be 2m. So how much mass? 5. So 2 into 5 will be 8 gram. Option 2 is correct. Next, a skew gauge has a discount of 0.1 millimeter and there are 50 divisions in the circular scale. So what's the pitch? 50 into pitch will be this one into number of division, right? This one into number of division. This comes how much? 0.01 into how many? 50. So it will be 0.5 millimeter. It will be 0.5 millimeter. Next question, 177. For a logic circuit shown, the truth table is the logic circuit is this one. I solve easily, okay? This is not here and this is not here. Not. Okay? So we have this one C, this one D, and or means it is the middle or okay, not A, C, Y. So Y it is output, it will be NOR gate, C plus D bar. So C equal to A1, D equal to D bar. 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, A1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, and 0, 0. So this one C plus D bar. 1 plus 1, 1 bar. 1 plus 0, 1 bar 0. 0 plus 1, 1 bar 0. 0 plus 0, 0 bar 1. So which option is correct? D. So 4. 4 option is correct. So next question, 178. The first thermal energy for a monoatomic gas is, so for monoatomic this will 3 by 2 kV. Okay, option 1 is correct. Next, the solids which have the negative temperature coefficient of resistance are insulator only, semiconductor only, insulator and semiconductors, and metals. Option 3 is correct. Insulators and semiconductors have negative temperature coefficient. Next, two particles of mass 5 kg and 10 kg respectively are attached to the two ends of a rigid rod of like 1 meter with negligible mass. The center of mass of the system from 5 kg particles is nearly the distance of. So now we take the 5 kg at point origin. This one 5 kg, it will be at origin, and this will be 10 kg. It will be at a distance how much? Okay, it will be at a distance 1 meter. Means 100 centimeter. Right? This is M1 and this is M2. So R1 here, M1 5 kg, M2 10 kg, R1 will be here origin 0, R2 will be 100 centimeter. So what is the expression? RCM equal to M1 R1 plus M2 R2 divided by M1 plus M2. It will be M1 5 into 0 plus 10 into R2 will be 100, M1 and 5 plus 10, so it will be 1000 divided by 50. It will be how much? It will be 66.66. It will be 67 centimeters. Okay, option 2 is correct. Okay, this is the detailed solution. Thank you. Please comment, like, and share. Okay.